First of all, allow me to say that I'm using a non-GMO firm tofu. And if you can look right there, I already opened the pack, but it tells you that it's non-GMO. Can you see that? Anyway, I'm going to take my drained tofu, I'm going to put it down in my bowl, and before I even tear it up or do anything like that, I'm going to add my ingredients, which will be some veggie style seasoning. About 2 tablespoons will do, or do it to your taste. And turmeric. This is all you have to put in there. But I'm going to show you 2 optional ingredients I use to enhance my flavor. Now keep in mind, the turmeric will not make your eggs taste like curry, or at least not that much. It'll be very subtle. So don't worry about that. We add the turmeric for the color, natural color. Now these are the 2 optional ingredients that I'm adding, which are onion powder and a little minced garlic paste. This stuff works wonders in a lot of my savory ingredients. I'm not going to put that much. About a teaspoon of that for a whole cake of tofu. Now let's see if you can see what I'm doing. You can do this with your hands if you want. Going to mix this really good. Don't over crush it because you don't want it mushy. You want it to be the consistency of scrambled eggs. And then plus it has to go in the skillet. I know I used to eat mine just like this without cooking it, and it's fine. Because the tofu is pretty much processed, so you don't really have to cook it if you don't want. But if you want that warm flavor of fresh eggs right out of the skillet, then you go ahead and put it in there. Make sure that color gets on each piece of tofu really good and even. And then you can add olive oil at this point if you're not going to cook your scrambled tofu, or you can take it to the skillet and cook it in butter, which I'm about to do. Now I'm going to add a little of my butter to my skillet because I like buttery eggs. You can use oil or whatever type of grease that you like. Add them in there for a few minutes, not too long. This is more to give them some heat. You can add cheese to them or do whatever you want. This recipe is very versatile and simple. Spread it around evenly in the pan so that all of it gets that heat, and we'll flip them over and serve. Alright, now it's time to turn them over a little bit, kind of fold them over. I love my cast iron skillet. It's so versatile, especially for breakfast. I can do pancakes on them, eggs, all kind of stuff. Vegan ham, and whatever else. I burn my hand, that's why I'm stirring kind of awkwardly. And bon appetit. Now for my vegan scramble, I just boiled my chickpeas, and I'm going to drain the excess water off, and I'm going to mash these up. If you don't feel like mashing, which is actually easier, you can put them in the food processor. So let me take this over to the sink to drain, and I'm going to add just a little sea salt to my chickpeas, some almond milk, original flavor. Unless you want sweet eggs, then you would use vanilla. I'm using original flavored almond milk because I do not want sweet eggs. And kala namak, or black Indian salt. And it has a very foul smell, but it gives it that eggy kind of taste. So I'm going to use just a little bit of that, and I'm going to also list some of the nutritional properties of kala namak. Kala namak is an aphrodisiac, and it also relieves constipation. And I'm going to add a little turmeric just to kind of give it more of an eggy kind of color. Okay. I think that's good to go. And like I said, I would not use hummus for this recipe because it will not look like a convincing egg.